Hello, everybody, and welcome into tonight's broadcast. My name is Samuel Reese, coming to you live tonight. It's a big one. Game number 4 of CONCACAF World Cup Qualifying is here as the United States welcome Jamaica to Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas. A great pro-American crowd on hand, a packed house at Austin FC's brand new stadium. Greg Berhalter, unbeaten in his last 13 competitive games, his last loss coming in October of 2019 at Canada, trying to keep that streak going tonight. And what a crucial game this is. A look at the United States starting lineup. It is Matt Turner getting the nod in goal for the U.S. What a year he has had. At the back for the United States, Tyler Adams, Walker Zimmerman, Miles Robinson and Sir Anthony Robinson, I should say, McKennie, Adams, and Aronson in the midfield. And then you have Areola and Ricardo Pepe up top for the United States. So that's how the U.S. line up tonight. What a great atmosphere in Austin on the second window of World Cup qualifiers. And it's another 3-game spell in a 7-day span. The referee tonight is Rayon Radix of Grenada, Quetzal Corrales of Nicaragua, and Eroots Appleton are the assistant referees, I should say. Jamaica coming into this game needing to play with a bit of urgency. Here's how their starting lineup looks like. Andre Blake in goal, the back line consisting of Kamar Lawrence, Damian Lowe, Adrian Mariappa, and Alvis Powell. Javon Watson and Devin Williams, the two holding mids. Bobby Reed, Tyreek McGee, and Jamal Lowe making up the rest of Jamaica's midfield. And then Shamar Nicholson leading the line for the Reggae Boys. The U.S. come into this game third place, sitting on 5 points. Jamaica at the bottom of the octagonal, just 1 point through their opening 3 matches. So plenty at stake in this one. Glad to bring you all of the action. This should be a good one tonight. 6:45 p.m. local time kickoff in Austin, Texas. And here we go. We're ready to launch this game off. The U.S. 1 win, 2 draws in their first 3 matches. 2 draws in their opening 2 before that big win on the road against Honduras. Really a game that they needed to have 3 points, and they got them. We're off and running. The United States in white tonight, and Jamaica in their traditional yellow and black colors. The United States attacking from right to left, Jamaica left to right. And here's a through ball early on, and a dangerous decision by Jamaica's Kamar Lawrence. He takes down Areola, who is off to the races. And could this be a red card offense? The United States are pleading their case. Jamaica praying that this is not a send-off. And how about some early drama in Austin, Texas? Well, thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate that. Glad to have you on board tonight. And wow, this game did not take any time before it got on the ground and running with some drama. It'll just be a yellow card. How is that just a yellow? I mean, he's quite obviously the last defender. That was Kamar Lawrence, who plays in MLS, taking down Paul Areola. Brendan Aronson combining in the midfield with Ricardo Pepe. Pepe's the one who played Areola in, and I don't know. I think Jamaica are quite fortunate to not be down a man. Wow. So what a decision there for the referee to make early on. 20 seconds in, and it will be a promising free kick. Kamar Lawrence shown yellow, and what a great crowd this is. The seats are filled at Q2 Stadium. It does appear to be Aronson standing over the set piece. Aronson whips one in. Dangerous ball towards the back post, but not getting enough on it was Miles Robinson. Yeah, I think so, Michael. I think so. Yeah, I mean, Kamar Lawrence was the last offender, so I don't really know how that was just a yellow. I don't. If you're the last offender and make a challenge like that, you should be sent off. No matter how many seconds or minutes were into the game. That shouldn't be a factor at all. And I think it was for the referee there, since the game had just started. If that happened in the 60th minute, I think that would certainly have been a red card. But it is what it is. As Walker Zimmerman clips the ball forward towards Aronson. Jamaica can't quite claim it. Now Weston McKennie back in the side. And Aronson a little too cheeky along the end line. And that's out for a goal kick. How many points do I think we get out of these three matches? That's a good question. Well, I think we need to get 7 out of these 3 matches. And at the end of the day, I think we will get 7. I'd love for 9. I'm just not entirely sure if we'll get 9 points, just because we are missing some key players, most notably Pulisic, of course, as well as Gio Reyna. With with that being said, I'd say 7. I think we'll win both of the home matches and then a draw at Panama. Although, I could see that being a win. We'll see, but yeah, I'm hoping for 9. Think they need at least 7. I think they'll get 7 in the end, as Yunus Musa settles for the U.S. The Valencia player taking it down the right wing, defended by Jamal Lowe. Musa dispossessed and a foul committed by him. Free kick going out. Well, a big night for myself as both the U.S. men's national team and a big Red Sox fan. The Red Sox are taking on the Tampa Bay Rays in Game 1 of the ALDS in about 15 minutes or so. That's when first pitch is coming. I will be on the call for the conclusion of that game once this game between the U.S. and Jamaica comes to an end, and that's a bit of a scary moment as Tyler Adams headed it back to Turner, applying the pressure with Shamar Nicholson. No problem for the U.S. in the end. And here's a foul called. That goes against Powell. Great transition play by the United States. You can tell they're playing with some urgency already in the early stages. The U.S. drew at El Salvador, then drew Canada at home before that win at Honduras. 5 points through their opening 3 matches. And as I mentioned, Jamaica in already a bit of a dire situation with 1 point at the bottom of the table. Here's the free kick, header away by Nicholson. Falls to Musa. Adams, the Leipzig player, finding Miles Robinson, and now Areola had it knocked away. The United States keep it, however. Here's Tyler Adams. Up the line to Areola. Areola on his left foot, looking to deliver the cross, but it's over the end line for a goal kick. A hair over 6 minutes played, scoreless at Q2 Stadium. The 3 other CONCACAF World Cup qualifying matches taking place tonight, all at different times. Continue to keep you updated. This is the first match of the night to kick off. Mexico-Canada is a big one later on. What's going on, Gabriel? Welcome into the stream. Appreciate you tuning in. As Tyler Adams wins the header. Now looking wide is Walker Zimmerman. Serginho Dest of Barcelona going back to Turner. Too bad you won't watch the Mexico game. Why is that? Oh, you have soccer in the cold tonight. All right. All right. Well, good luck in your game, man. Or is it just a practice? Either way, hope that all goes well. And thank you, Yoshi Bros, for tuning in. And yeah, thank you very much. A great win for the Red Sox in the wild card game against the Yankees the other night. I will be on the call for the conclusion of the Red Sox Rays game tonight once this game between the U.S. and Jamaica comes to a close. Two of my favorite teams in action tonight. So had to pick and choose a bit. But when this U.S. Jamaica game ends, the Red Sox Rays game will probably only be in like the 5th inning or something like that. And what's going on, Nate? Welcome in. I'm doing pretty well, Nate. Thank you, man. Hope all is well with yourself. Yeah, it's definitely been a little while. Yeah, with school starting, last month, it's been a little bit hectic for myself, but trying to find time to still do some streams with all the craziness going on in my life outside of my YouTube channel, as this comes wide for Anthony Robinson. Yeah, thank you very much, Nate. Thank you very much. That was an awesome game on Tuesday night. I was on the call for it, and I'm glad I was. Yeah, that was just a perfect performance from the Red Sox. And not sure if you heard me right there, Nate, but I will be on the call for the conclusion of game one between the Red Sox and Rays tonight once this game between the U.S. and Jamaica concludes. So I'm not ditching my Red Sox tonight. It was tough because the U.S. men's national team and the Red Sox happen to play at the same time tonight. So here is Yunus Musa, pass up the sideline. Serginho Dest in a fight for it. Kamar Lawrence shields him off the ball. Lawrence, who is perhaps fortunate to still be on the field. Oh yeah, that's right, Nate. You are a Dodgers fan. I forgot about that. Well, yeah, congrats for your Dodgers hitting that walk-off home run. I know that was pretty epic from Chris Taylor last night in the NL Wild Card game. Yep, and that Dodgers Giants series should certainly be epic. Now on the ball is Tyreek McGee. 10 minutes gone in Austin. Scoreless. World Cup qualifier number 4 for both these teams. Remember, all 8 teams in the octagonal play 14 games in this final round of World Cup qualifying. Play each opponent twice home and away. And here's a long-range effort just over the crossbar from Tyreek McGee. He forced Turner to dive for it. There was perhaps a foul that McGee got away with in the buildup. It went uncalled as it appeared. Tyler Adams took a hand to the face, and then McGee from, a long, long way out, taking a crack at goal. In the end, it just sailed over the bar. Not too far away, though, was McGee from hitting the target. All right, there you go, Nate. Appreciate the multitasking. Yeah, definitely focus on your homework more than me, but I still appreciate you popping in. Yeah, no problem, Yoshi Bros. I completely understand, man. Yeah, I've been having to deal with school and applying to colleges and all that lately, so I completely understand. Good luck on your midterm exams, man. Matt Turner going short on the goal kick. Here's Tyler Adams back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman now playing for Nashville SC in MLS, former LAFC player. Anthony Robinson, the Fulham man, to Weston McKennie. That's turned over. Wide it comes for Bobby Reed, who's actually teammates with Anthony Robinson at Fulham. Bobby Reed had a wonder goal in the Gold Cup. That was one of the only bright moments for Jamaica in that Gold Cup, as they were actually eliminated by the U.S. in the quarterfinals. It was actually, a decent tournament from Jamaica. They did put up a good fight against the U.S. in that quarterfinal. I remember it vividly as that cross by Shamar Nicholson is cut out by Turner. All right, thank you so much, Travis. Yes, happy Thursday to you as well, man. And thank you so much for leaving a like. Yeah, I'll definitely stop into one of your videos, one of your streams when I can, man. So you keep up the great work, Travis. And thank you so much for popping in to say hello. Much appreciated. Anthony Robinson playing it forward for Aronson, but Andre Blake is there. Blake of the Philadelphia Union, one of the best goalies in CONCACAF. He and his opposition tonight, Matt Turner, both MLS All-Stars. Absolutely, Nate. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank goodness it's Friday tomorrow, finally. Yeah, I have a busy day tomorrow. For my school, I'm on the call for my school's girls soccer game at 3:45 and then the football game at 7. So it's going to be a long day for me. And then when I get home, maybe if I have enough energy, I'll call the end of the Rays Red Sox game. I'll see, but it's going to be a long but fun day. Yeah, Travis. Yeah, other people have asked about those soccer balls. So yeah, my dad, he used to coach college soccer, and so each ball represents 100 wins for him as a college coach. So every time he got to 100 more wins, he framed the game ball, and the signatures are those of all of his players on those teams once he reached those milestones. So the most recent one, the 400th one on right there, still isn't framed quite yet. But yeah, that's what those soccer balls are. Yeah. Who do I got? Honduras or Costa Rica? I'm gonna say Honduras. I think they're the better side slightly. Although I could see that game ending in a draw. I really could. But yeah, I'm gonna lean Honduras. I'm gonna lean Honduras. Should be a good one. As that ball is too far forward for Nicholson to track down. Goal kick for the U.S. Prediction for Patriots next game? Yeah, Travis, I'm expecting them to beat the Texans quite comfortably. I'd say a 14-point win. I see them winning, like 20. I don't expect Davis Mills and the Texans to give the Patriots. They don't. Or else that would be a big concern. Yeah, the Patriots simply have to win Sunday's game convincingly. 3. So it's been a rough start to the season, but yeah, Sunday's a chance for a bounce back performance after that tough loss against Tampa. This ball floated forward by Adams, and not quite the header that Serginho Dest was looking for. He was offside anyways. Free kick going out. Thanks everyone for tuning into tonight's broadcast. Fourth World Cup qualifier for both of these sides. Weston McKennie trying to control. McKennie, of course, was a controversial figure a month ago in the first round of qualifiers when he was essentially kicked off the team after one game after he violated COVID protocols. He was sent back to Italy to his club team Juventus. And that was as far as the punishment went. So he was essentially suspended the last 2 games of that 3-game qualifying window, but now he's back with the team. Obviously apologized, and Greg Berhalter giving him a chance to prove that he still belongs and that he is mature, as he's in the starting lineup, of course, tonight. That's no problem for Matt Turner. Um, yeah, I didn't mind it too much, Michael, the starting 11 tonight. I I I pretty I'm pretty good with the back line. I do like our back line. I like seeing Yunus Musa get the start as well, as this could open up a chance. Anthony Robinson crossing. It's played behind Areola, and it is Captain Bounds on the far side by Serginho Dest. Aronson at the edge of the box. I'll pick up on that point in a moment. Here's now McKennie. McKennie tripped up. Free kick to the United States. But yeah, Michael, the one I like to see Pepe in there, Aronson, Areola is the one question mark I have. You know, I really like Acosta, and he does have the ability to play out wide. I think Acosta's a bit flexible, so maybe I would have liked to see him in there more than Areola. I just haven't been too convinced with Areola in his last few appearances with the U.S., but now that I say that, he'll probably score tonight. And here's the free kick. Dangerous delivery. Headed back to the edge of the box with Tyler Adams. Yes, I did see Belgium France, and what an epic game that was. Yeah, I saw parts of it, I should say. But yeah, a great comeback by France. And yeah, the 2 Nations League semifinals did not disappoint. I'll tell you that much. And the final should be a good one between France and Spain. Serginho Dest shielding this one out of play to win a throw-in. Yeah, there you go, Michael. Looks like we're on the same page tonight. But yeah, overall, I'd say I like the lineup. I like seeing Matt Turner get the start again too. I'm biased in that statement, since I am a diehard New England Revolution fan, but I think he's deserved the spot based on his recent performances over the Gold Cup and then the World Cup qualifiers so far for the U.S. I don't think there's any reason to switch to Stefan right now. That's a clean challenge from Adams. McKennie from distance, and it flashes wide. An ambitious effort from Weston McKennie, but one you can't really knock him for taking. A nice move to create that space and take the shot on. Still no score, about 21 minutes in. That'll be out for a Jamaica throw-in. Certainly a physical game already. We saw that from the start with a possible red card against Kamar Lawrence. 20 seconds in? He was only given a yellow, which I thought was the wrong decision, as Lawrence quite obviously was the last defender, but a yellow it was. And if I'm remembering correctly, there's no VAR at these World Cup qualifiers, which is interesting to say the least. I guess some of the nations are unable to have that technology implanted into their stadiums for these World Cup qualifiers, and that's the reasoning. So yeah, as Weston McKennie will opt for the switch, he finds Zimmerman. Now Miles Robinson of Atlanta United. Robinson, one of 4 MLS players Making up the starting lineup for the U.S., Matt Turner, Walker Zimmerman, and Ricardo Pepe, the others. Midway point of the first half. Still awaiting the first goal. Corner kick throw-in conceded by Powell. Kenny's pass deflected out. The U.S. will throw it in once more. Anthony Robinson for Weston McKennie. And now Zimmerman over to Serginho Dest. Adams going wide. Aronson can't quite connect. And that's off of Adams. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. CONCACAF World Cup Qualifying. It seemed like the first window of games was yesterday. That was a month ago, however. And just like that, here we are with the 4th, 5th, and 6th qualifiers upon us in the ensuing week. The U.S. will have Panama away on Sunday, and then they'll host Costa Rica in Columbus on Wednesday. Paul Arriola and Pepe to Newcastle. Yeah, well, that was big news today. Newcastle being taken over by Saudi Arabian owners. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for Newcastle, but that will be very intriguing to say the least. As Des Cross delivered on the ground, now comes back out wide for Yunus Musa. On the left wing, Anthony Robinson floats in across. Now settled at the edge of the area by Musa. Anthony Robinson's pass deflected out by Javon Watson. And now that I think about it, Javon Watson used to play for the Revolution. Well, I want to say about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I remember Javon Watson. I knew that name sounded familiar, and he did play for the Revolution for, I want to say, a couple of years. Anyways, and here's Jamaica on a possible counterattack. It's Shamar Nicholson. Great step there from, it appeared, Walker Zimmerman. And now Paul Arriola ahead for Ricardo Pepe. Pepe along the sideline ran out of room. Throw into Jamaica. Well, the United States will have to be careful defending that Jamaica counterattack, and it was Walker Zimmerman stepping in to take it away from Nicholson. Yeah, exactly, Gabriel. Now everyone's gonna start supporting Newcastle. Exactly. About 20 minutes left in the opening half of play. Damian Lowe. That's given away. McKennie in the midfield. Over to Zimmerman. McKennie. Along the touchline for Anthony Robinson. Tyler Adams going for the switch. That's a gorgeous ball. Settled by Des. Des entering the box. Taking on Jamal Lowe. Des still with it. Now lays it back to Yunus Musa. Into the middle it comes for Miles Robinson. The U.S. very patient here in the build-up. Zimmerman combining with Miles Robinson. The possession up until this point, 64% in the favor of the U.S. One shot apiece, however. Taken down here, Damian Lowe. Foul against the United States. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Absolutely, man. That's a great point. Yeah, it's a wonderful night of sports here in the U.S. We've got Thursday Night Football, a good game as well in the NFC West between the Seahawks and who are they playing again? It's the Rams, right? Yeah, Seahawks Rams, if I'm not mistaken. Should be a great game. And then we got playoff baseball, which just got underway this week. U.S. men's national team World Cup qualifying. It's a wonderful Thursday night, to say the least, if you're a sports fan in this country. And while the injured, he actually collided with the ref. I did not catch that. Damian Lowe is injured after he collided with the referee. And while he is attended to, the players will essentially use it as a hydration break. Lowe is back to his feet, which is a good sign for Jamaica. Lowe, a crucial part of that Jamaican defense. As we close in on the half-hour mark. Andre Blake now going long. McGee. It's one back by the U.S. Zimmerman for Turner. Headed down by McKenny. Tyler Adams, plenty of space. McKenny to Aronson. Aronson, the return pass to McKenny. McKenny's cross is cut out. Great last-ditch effort defensively by Adrian Mariappa. There will be a corner kick on the way. Your birthday was on October 5th, Nate. Well, happy belated birthday, man. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. That's awesome. McKenny, an extremely dangerous player in the final third. Here comes the corner kick. Aronson delivers the in-swinger. Grabbed out of the air by Andre Blake. What's up, King Lucky? Let's go. Absolutely, man. Let's go is right. Hopefully the U.S. can claim the 3 points tonight in a crucial World Cup qualifying matchup with Jamaica. Jamaica will slow it down. One of the longer spells of possession for them. Ariola flicks on the header. And now here they come. Ariola gets it back from Dest. Dest ahead for Aronson in the box. Aronson turns. Aronson shoots. And it's over the bar. Left-footed curling effort from the youngster on RB Salzburg. In the end, that was more wide than high, wasn't it? However, the U.S. looking dangerous at moments inside the final 15 minutes of the opening half. Will that be a foul? Yes, it will. Call goes against Ricardo Pepe. 32 minutes in the books. And here's Aronson with pressure. It's turned over. Arriola slips one into Aronson. Aronson going down. And that is a free kick. Just outside the box, it appears. Excuse me. And yes, that was as close as you can get to the box. And will there be a booking? Some boos raining down from Q2 Stadium. Surely that has to be a card, and it is. Here it comes. Yellow card. Shown there to Damian Lowe. Second yellow card already for Jamaica. It was Aronson's pressure that forced Jamaica into a turnover, and a very dangerous slide tackle to attempt by Damian Lowe. And right at the top of the 18, what a golden chance it is for the USA. I sure hope so, King Lucky. I sure hope so. I hope in the first half as well. We'll see what they can do here. I mean, that ball is just a couple of inches outside the box, really. Yeah, Michael, that's why it's a tough one. He got some ball first, then he followed through on Aronson. So, it's difficult. I think the fact that he got some of the ball is why that wasn't a red card. But in the end, he still did take out Aronson. So, yeah, it's definitely a difficult decision, I think, to make. But in the end, free kick awarded, yellow card shown to Damian Lowe. And it's both Weston McKennie and Brendan Aronson standing over it. McKennie over the wall and over the bar. Although it did take a slight deflection off the Jamaican wall. They did their job. Like it nicked the head of Jamal Lowe. And here's Aronson with another corner kick. Cleared out by Jamaica, only as far as Yunus Musa. Aronson to Anthony Robinson. Now Musa on his right. Musa couldn't get an angle for a shot. Instead passes. That will find Ricardo Pepe. Musa ahead for Zimmerman. Back to Pepe, who was onside. The U.S. with a long build-up here. Finally, the cross delivered. Out it comes. Claimed by Anthony Robinson. Clipped ahead towards Aronson. And yeah, I absolutely agree, Michael. The set pieces have been quite underwhelming so far. No doubt about it. And the U.S. have had quite a number of them. Not able to capitalize, however. Jamaica finally have it. Kamar Lawrence passes it forward, and now space opening up here through the middle. To the right wing it comes with Bobby Reed. Reed in a tussle with Anthony Robinson, his club teammate. And that'll be a foul against Aronson. Quick restart by the Jamaicans. And it looks like the Rays just scored in the first inning against the Red Sox, so that's not a bright start for my Red Sox. Yeah, going back to that foul against Damian Lowe, that's a real tough call to make. It really is. And what's going on, Vaughn? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, Vaughn. Hope you're having a great week, man. Glad to have you here. 38th minute of play, still no goals. Ariola comes out to McKenny. Time running out here in the opening 45. Ariola finding Aronson. Now McKenny. Will it find Anthony Robinson? Not quite. And that's a foul against him. Have I seen Squid Game? No, I don't think so, Nate. That does not sound familiar to me. Andre Blake will head over and take the Jamaica free kick. The sun's setting in Austin, Texas. Beautiful Q2 Stadium, home of Austin FC, their first season as a franchise in MLS. And it's true home field advantage tonight for the USA. This is Aronson. He's knocked off the ball. That'll be a foul. Yeah, Canada looks solid in World Cup qualifiers so far. They've got a big game against Mexico later on tonight. Oh, it's on Netflix, Nate? Okay. Yeah, I don't have Netflix either. I'm with Vaughn. I don't have Netflix. So unfortunately I can't watch it. Now Jamaica, a bit hesitant at the back. Damian Lowe to the rescue. Bouncing ball. Header won by Des, but a foul called against the United States. Five minutes remaining in the opening half. All the way back, it comes to Matt Turner. Miles Robinson to Anthony Robinson, unrelated, by the way. Walker Zimmerman. Pass off target to Aronson. And now here's Jamaica. Bobby Reed. Forward to Jamal Lowe. Lowe on his left foot. Curling effort saved. Matt Turner with his first real test. Comes up with an important stop on what looked like a promising strike by Jamal Lowe. Well, I warned you earlier, the United States will have to be careful about that dangerous Jamaica counterattack. As now Weston McKennie floats one ahead. Musa could be in, although that's great defensive work by Damian Lowe, who draws the foul. And Lowe in some agony now, clutching that right knee of his. What's good, Mike? Welcome in, man. Great to see you here. Yeah, that was a threatening run by Musa, wasn't it? Meanwhile, at the other end, just a minute ago, great chance from Jamal Lowe. That ball was heading towards that far post. Matt Turner stretching out and getting a right glove to it. Have I watched the Asian World Cup qualifiers? Not really, Vaughn, just because of the odd hours the games are on. I have peeked into one or two games on Paramount Plus, just to check them out. Plus, I have a friend whose mom is from Thailand, so I checked out one of their games because he was telling me about the Thailand team. But yeah, I haven't really invested much any time into the Asian World Cup qualifiers, uh, even though I do have access to those on Paramount Plus. But yeah, ESPN Plus also has African World Cup qualifiers. Same deal where I haven't really been able to invest in any of those games, but I have seen some of the highlights of the African World Cup qualifiers on ESPN FC. 44th minute of play. Jamaica with a free kick. Zimmerman leaps up for the header. Now at the edge of the box, it's Jamal Lowe. That's a deflected cross, and Jamaica have a corner coming their way. Over to take it is Bobby de Cordova-Reid. A minute from first half stoppage time. Yeah, that is correct, Michael, as this flicked on header goes wide. Getting contact was Nicholson. Goal kick it is. But yeah, that's correct, Michael. All UEFA Women's Champions League matches are on YouTube for the next 2 years. Yes. So that's awesome. I mean, can't complain about getting those games for free. Haven't been able to watch any of them yet. But once they get to the latter rounds, I'll definitely check out some of those, no doubt about it. That's a clear foul. Yunus Musa, or rather Tyler Adams, I beg your pardon, taken down. And there's the board raised by the fourth official. 2 minutes of additional time. Yeah, I saw that, Vaughn. Japan have been struggling a bit in World Cup qualifiers, haven't they? Update around CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. Honduras and Costa Rica, 0-0 in the 25th minute. The other two matches yet to start. A reminder that the U.S. will wrap up this round of World Cup qualifiers Wednesday of next week at 7 Eastern time when they take on Costa Rica. That's one back by Jamaica. Although Ariola applying the pressure, and that's a major collision. No foul, says the referee. 1 minute left in the half. That would be crazy, Vaughn, if Japan were to miss the World Cup. And yeah, Ariola was fouled there. I'm sorry. That's a push. That's a clear push by Nicholson. I mean, this referee has been subpar to say the least tonight. He has made some very, very debatable calls, or non-calls for that matter. Half a minute to go in the half. Now it's Zimmerman. Forward to Adams. To a Des, I apologize. Des all the way through, eventually stopped. Now Jamaica looking for the clearance. Once again, the U.S. have it, but nothing more than another claim of possession, because the halftime whistle arrives. 0-0 between the United States and Jamaica. Despite no goals, plenty of talking points And a lot of those talking points surrounding the officiating in the opening 45 minutes of play. I'll talk about that and much more on the halftime report just around the corner on the other side of this break. At Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas, Jamaica scoreless on the road against the United States. And before I step aside, here are the thoughts of Greg Berhalter.
How do you feel about this game still being 11 on 11? I think that the intentions are really good. We're playing with speed. We're trying to get behind them. A bunch of really close situations that we're in on call, and now we just have to finish our attacks.
You've got a lot of possession. What do you need to do to break through in the second half?
I think it's the speed, and then it's the courage to get the ball in front of goal quickly. They got two cards in the back line. We got to make them pay.
Thanks very much, John.
All right, there you hear it from Greg Berhalter, kind of avoiding the indirect question about the dubious officiating. Greg Berhalter in no control of that, just has to focus on what his team can do. I'll talk about the first half and look ahead to the second. 0-0 between the U.S. and Jamaica. World Cup qualifier number 4 for both of these sides. Back in a moment. I'll step aside. I'll be right back in a quick minute. Welcome into the halftime report, everybody. No score at the break between the U.S. and Jamaica. And that first half marred by a refereeing controversy, I should say. I'm becoming English, aren't I? But yeah, two possible red cards. The more I look at that tackle on Aronson, the more I believe that should have been a red card. I mean, I, I I just don't know how a FIFA referee can't give a red card, especially on the first challenge and even the second one. I mean, two yellow cards there. I don't know what he's watching. I really don't know what he's watching. Yeah, it's just, of course, the shots 3-3, the possession 64 to 36% in the U.S. favor. You could argue the U.S. haven't been great through the first 45 minutes, but they could and probably should arguably be up 2 men right now. Jamaica could easily have two red cards, one to Kamar Lawrence, the other to Damian Lowe. But instead, those two players on the pitch, they both got away with yellows. And my goodness, I just have to question those decisions. I really do. Um, Once again, ESPN continually showing that Aronson, when Aronson was taken down by the slide tackle of Damian Lowe. I'm sorry, but the more I watch it, the more I think that's a red card. Yes, Lowe got some of the ball, but he took out Aronson. That's the fact of the matter. He took out Aronson. So, in my opinion, that's got to be a red too. The first incident with Lawrence, that was completely obvious, in my opinion. Jamaica committing a lot of tactical fouls when the U.S. have been trying to work quickly. Jamaica have made sure to slow them down with some fouls, and the U.S. have looked bright in spells. Maybe not enough consistency in those opening 45 minutes, but they've had the right ideas at times. And once again, they could easily be up 2 men right now, but that's not in their control. So they'll just have to look forward to the second half. I'm sure Greg Berhalter will make some substitutions, make some adjustments, maybe not, right out of the gates to start the second half, but later on in the second half as we get, to the hour mark and around there. But yeah, I still think the U.S. are in a relatively good position because they have been the better side. They have been causing Jamaica to make some mistakes and put them in trouble. So I think if the U.S. keep up what they did and are a bit more sharp in the attacking third when they do have those opportunities to put shots on frame, they'll come out of here with 3 points. But as we speak, it's 1 point apiece. Jamaica and the U.S. 0-0. Halftime report continues in a moment. Second half just around the corner. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody, to the halftime report. A reminder that the La Liga season will return next weekend, and the big one, El Clasico, between Barcelona and Real Madrid will be Sunday, October 24th, just around the corner, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Focusing back to these World Cup qualifiers after the break, it's back out to Austin, second half next between the United States and Jamaica. Stay tuned. And welcome back. We're ready to kick off the second half in Austin, Texas. Fourth World Cup qualifier for both of these teams. The United States coming into this match on 5 points, third place in the standings. Jamaica at the bottom of the table with 1 point through their first 3 matches. Remember, the top 3 teams go to Qatar for next year's World Cup. Fourth place team will play in an intercontinental playoff. The rest of the 4 eliminated and will not qualify for the 2022 World Cup. It's an electric atmosphere inside Q2 Stadium, and it's a crowd that's anxiously awaiting a goal. If it comes, this place will be rocking. We're off and running in the second half of play. See what the last 45 minutes have in store. As Zimmerman will go wide for Serginho Dest. No subs for either team to start the second half, I should note. So the same 22 players that started the match still out there to begin the second period of play. Tyler Adams. Wide for Zimmerman. Zimmerman, good looking through ball. Dest won't get there. Andre Blake collects. Once again, huge thank you to everyone who is tuning in tonight. Appreciate your company as always. The leaping header by Zimmerman. And now it's Musa. He'll find McKenny. McKenny going wide. This is Anthony Robinson whipping in the cross. An awkward touch off of Areola. It will be a goal kick in the end. Early stages of the second half. The other 3 World Cup qualifying games in CONCACAF also taking place tonight. Continue to keep you posted on those score lines. Leaping header won by Adams. Back it comes for Matt Turner. And now Turner, a little bit of a dance on the ball and played it to the front of his goal where Zimmerman had to safely clear it. McKenny in with the challenge. Jamaica maintain control of possession. And Reed not on the same page with Lowe. Turner quickly rolls it ahead for Serginho Dest. Dest finding Musa. Musa driving forward. The return for Dest. Dangerous ball in, and the header finds the net. It's Ricardo Pepe. The FC Dallas youngster puts the Americans in front. He stole the show in Honduras a month ago, and he's put the U.S. in front early on in the second half tonight. The young man's international career is off to a booming start. Des setting up a beautiful header by Pepe, and it all started from the back. Turner rolling it forward to Des. Des taking it beyond midfield. Then Musa driving forward to the edge of the box before laying it wide to Des. Beautiful one-time cross, and the header perfectly placed by Pepe as he found the bottom left corner. No chance for Andre Blake. The U.S. take the lead in front of their home fans. What a big goal that is. Ricardo Pepe, a Texas native from El Paso. Not particularly his backyard in Austin, but still his home state nonetheless. Of course, had that big decision whether he was going to choose to play for the U.S. or Mexico. His parents from Mexico. He weekly crossed the border to visit family in Mexico. Both Mexico and the U.S. a big part of his identity. He ultimately chose the United States. And boy, is he making a big impact for them. Yeah, absolutely, Nate. FC Dallas product there, Ricardo Pepe. And yep, it's Pepe time. Get on the Pepe train indeed. It's truly a great start to the second half for the U.S. And now can they feed off of that opening goal? This is Yunus Musa. Musa finding Aronson. Aronson the shot. That's just wide. But all of a sudden the U.S. with a jolt of energy following that Pepe header. The volume turned up a notch at Q2 Stadium. 2 goals in 2 international appearances for Ricardo Pepe. 12 of his 13 MLS goals this season scored in Texas, by the way. So he likes scoring in his home state. Free kick awarded to Jamaica. And now how do the Reggae Boys respond? There's some pressure from Aronson. He was shouting for a handball. Nothing called. Well, it's been an interesting performance from the referee, to say the least. The U.S. still overcoming that to take the lead. Dest trying to go with the outside of his right foot. Couldn't connect with Anthony Robinson, and that's a great read. Walker Zimmerman winning it back for the U.S. Ariola waiting for support. Plays it back to Musa. Musa once again, all the way through with his pace. Musa with a shot. And Blake fends one off at the near post. It will be a corner kick, but my goodness, Yunus Musa has plenty of pace. Put on the accelerator. And in the end, the shot came from a bit of a tight angle. Probably should have passed there in that moment. But it will be a corner kick. A bit of an awkward stop by Blake. Yes, absolutely, Michael, 100%. It took a little longer than we wanted, but the U.S. has finally found their number 9, it appears, in Ricardo Pepe. Boy, has he taken advantage, full advantage of his opportunity. A couple of starts and a couple of goals to kick off his international career with the USA. And now Jamaica working it back. Mariappa to Blake. Blake under a bit of duress. Gets the pass off to Powell. Aronson breathing down his neck. Powell cutting onto his left, finding McGee. McGee somehow still in possession. Sends it wide. Cross floated to the back post. A great header won by Dest. And now Ariola blasting it forward. No runner as Blake will knock it forward. 54th minute of play. The U.S. lead 1-0. Ricardo Pepe just minutes into the second half finding the breakthrough goal. Here's Weston McKennie. McKennie to Aronson. He's in the box. Aronson on his right. The shot there was stifled by Damian Lowe. Once again, Lowe and Lawrence both fortunate to still be on the pitch. Both could have easily been sent off in that first half for separate challenges. That header by Ariola, gathered in by Andre Blake. Blake will launch one forward. That's settled by Reed. Now Javon Watson. Not quite able to control there was Kamar Lawrence. Serginho Dest will take the U.S. throw-in. Couple of headers. Ariola settles. And now the pass forward. Anthony Robinson, edge of the box. Pepe with a strike. Not too troubling for Andre Blake in the end. Pepe hungry for another one. Just not enough power nor accuracy on that effort by Ricardo Pepe. Now Javon Watson in the midfield. Jamaica's still in this game, but they really need to come alive because they're already in some deep trouble. Just 1 point gathered in their first 3 matches of World Cup qualifiers. And if they come away empty tonight, well, I know it's only 4 matches in out of 14, but it would be a tough time coming back from that deficit to at least finish in 4th for that playoff spot. Now it's Serginho Dest all the way to the edge of the 18. Taken down, a foul called. It goes against Adrian Mariappa. And once more, a dangerous set piece coming for the USA. Yeah, it was just outside, Nate. It was just outside. Let's look back at the replay. Yeah. It was close, but not quite a penalty. But let's see what the U.S. can make of this free kick. The U.S. looking extremely dangerous going forward in the second half thus far. Looks like Jamaica will put 5 on the wall, 1 laying down behind it. Make it 6 on the, well, Reed will stand off to the side. Anyways, it's Serginho Dest taking a strike at goal. Just high. That had potential, didn't it? He got enough over the wall. Aiming for that top corner. Closing in on the hour mark from Austin. 1-0, U.S. by a goal. That was a bit awkward for Serginho Dest. Took a ball to the face from close range. The referee's allowing play to continue. Here comes Jamaica down the right wing. Cross delivered. And Zimmerman's there again. He's had a solid night thus far. And now Yunus Musa electing for the switch. That'll come back to Anthony Robinson. Weston McKennie back to the right side with Dest. Forward to Musa. McKennie returns for Musa. Dest once more to Musa. Anthony Robinson on the left wing. And there's McKennie. A nice deceptive move. Musa. Walker Zimmerman. About an hour played. The U.S. have the lead. Musa now forward to Ricardo Pepe. Pepe squaring it for Areola. Now Musa. Areola back for McKennie. Out wide it comes to Anthony Robinson. Edge of the box, it's Aronson. Back to Robinson. And that pass right to Devin Williams. However, the U.S. quickly win it back. It's Aronson going for goal. Well wide in the end. But the U.S. continuing to pose a threat. And it looks like Jamaica will be set to make their first couple of substitutions tonight. It'll be Jamal Lowe coming off for Junior Flemings. And get you caught up on that second change in a moment. Well, with half an hour to go, it's Ricardo Pepe's goal, the difference between the two sides. I believe Kamar Roof has entered the match. I will confirm that in a moment as we resume play. That's saved nicely by Dest. And indeed, it was Kamar Roof who came in for McGee. And here's another chance. It's squared for Pepe. And he puts one home. Goal number 2 for the youngster. 2-0 U.S. lead. Ricardo Pepe's rolling. The U.S. are flying. In what's been a seemingly impressive second half display, the U.S. have scored twice. Both goals coming from Pepe in less than a quarter of an hour. Great ball slipped into Aronson, and then a perfect pass to the edge of the 6 to find the oncoming runner, Pepe, sliding in with the one-time finish. If you're Jamaica, you'll regret not picking up Ricardo Pepe. He's going to finish 10 times out of 10 from that kind of range. Blake left hopeless, and the 18-year-old has scored again. How about that? The youngest player to score in consecutive World Cup qualifiers for the USA. So here comes Jamaica with an even steeper hill to climb. As mentioned, it's Kamar Roof who has come on for Tyreek McGee. Jamaica win it back. I would say so, Michael. I would say that Pepe is legit. I think he's the real deal. I have no problem saying that right now. It's only a matter of time before he makes a big move to Europe. He's obviously garnered interest from a number of big clubs in Europe's top leagues. 64th minute now. It looks like Giassi Zardes is going to come on. Just not yet. That change will take place at the next stoppage. Andre Blake electing for the long ball. Now here's Anthony Robinson. '65th minute. This ball finds Musa in the middle. Ariola back to Serginho Dest. I just realized I gotta fix something here. There we are. Yunus Musa. All of a sudden, this great start of the second half has put the U.S. in a relatively comfortable position for the rest of this match, one would think. This is back with Miles Robinson, and the possession stats favoring the U.S. even more so than in the first half. Push there from Adams. Quick restart by Jamaica. And that'll be another foul. This time, the call against Zimmerman. Mariappa out wide. Junior Flemings Unable to find Powell. Now Anthony Robinson ahead for McKenny. Oh, that's a nice turn. Anthony Robinson dealing with the pressure rather easily. That pass, however, turned over to Nicholson. There's Arriola in with the slide tackle. Arriola forward to Aronson. Aronson now laying it ahead. Arriola looking to cross. That's cut out. Corner kick on the way for the U.S. Will Costa Rica make the World Cup? I think they're just going to miss out, in all honesty, Vaughn. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, I think it's going to be the U.S., Mexico, Honduras, and Canada claiming those top 4 spots. I do. Oh, all right, Steve. Very good. Very good. You just came off the field from refereeing. Hope that went well, Steve. Ricardo Pepe, the first U.S. men's national team with 2+ goals in a World Cup qualifier since 2017 when Christian Pulisic did it. And he'll make way here, as well as Brendan Aronson, 2 great young players for this golden generation of youth. Or at least we hope. But yeah, we got to love the 2-0 lead. Absolutely, Steve. Hope refereeing went well, man. I can definitely relate. I referee as well. Only on Saturdays, though. I do travel games in town on Saturdays, so. Here's a chance on the left wing. Deflected cross, claimed by Blake. And now here's Junior Flemings, who plays in the USL for Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. He's outdueled by Serginho Dest. Here's Anthony Robinson. Zardes knocks down Powell. By the way, Pepe and Aronson, as mentioned, came off. Zardes and Weah were the 2 that came in. So good to see Tim Weah get in to the match. Great to see, actually. Tim Weah won the league title with Lille last year. $20 minutes to go, and Jamaica trailing by 2. Yeah, Vaughn, no fans at I don't know how many games that is, but yeah, no fans at Mexico games for the time being due to the recurring homophobic chant. So yeah, I mean, it's about time they get punished in some way. I'm not sure if that's going to stop the chant, to be honest, because it keeps popping up at Mexico games, but we'll see. We'll see what that does. You would hope it makes a difference as Tim Weah delivers a cross. Getting a fist to it was Andre Blake. And Jamaica give it right back to the U.S. Nice behind the back bounce pass from Craig Berhalter over on the sideline. He has to be pleased with the second half shift his side have put in. Jamaica make another change. That's it for Bobby Reed, the Fulham man. Look at the live standings of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. The U.S. on top with 8 points if this result holds. Of course, we're waiting for the other results. Mexico on 7, and Jamaica would remain at the bottom with a single point through 4 matches. Serginho Dest finding Yunus Musa. Musa turns it over. However, as has been the case for the most of the night, the U.S. quickly win it back. Here's Tim Weah. Weah. Ariola. Weah back to his feet. Ariola on his left. Ariola, the strike, and that was Andre Blake getting down quick enough to make the stop. It had pace, the strike did. Oh, that's awesome, Steve. You referee Monday through Thursday, high school in the fall. You referee a semi-pro league called UPSL Premier Division on Saturdays. Yes, I've heard of the UPSL, yes. As Tim Weah, did he keep that ball in play? Not quite. Yep, Pittsburgh City United, I've heard of them. Yeah, my dad also refs UPSL games, and my dad does college games too. He does some Division I college games. He does some high school games, but mainly college games throughout the week. So yeah, he's enjoying that. But yeah, and he's done a couple of USL League Two games. He actually officiated a New England Revolution second team game in an exhibition against Franklin Pierce, I think it was. So yeah, that's great, Steve. You keep up the great work, man. I'm obviously relatively inexperienced as a referee, so I'll have to work my way up. But I enjoy doing it on the weekends. How do I feel about Pepe being subbed out on a hat trick? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it, Michael. I don't mind it. You know, the U.S. are in comfortable position right now, I think. So you don't want to see Pepe get injured late. You don't want to see that happen. So I don't really mind that from Berhalter, as Weah delivers the cross, and a bit of an unlucky ricochet off the corner flag as it goes out for a throw-in rather than a corner kick. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. It definitely builds character. Yep. Here's Serginho Dest. Dest still going. Trips on the ball at the edge of the box, and now Jamaica could be on the run the other way. Forward to Nicholson. Nicholson holding, now laying it back for Junior Flemings. The U.S. defend nicely. Oh, Vaughn, is that right? Is that right? I didn't even realize Oceania can't get their World Cup qualifiers going. I'd assume that's because of COVID. Yeah, that's troublesome, isn't it? We'll see how they handle that situation, but yeah. By the way, coming in a few minutes ago for Jamaica was number 14, Javon East. East came in for Bobby Reed. Yep, so that's who Bobby Reed made way for. Looks like another change is coming up for the U.S. Serginho Dest is the injured player, so he'll gingerly walk off towards the sideline. And hopefully it's nothing serious, but I think Greg Berhalter won't want to risk anything. So that will be it for Serginho Dest, who had the assist on the opening goal by Ricardo Pepe. Shaq Moore will be the replacement for Dest. Moore, who had a few good games in that Gold Cup over the summer. Once again, appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Giassi Zardes nearly won it. However, it's kept by Jamaica. This is Kamar Lawrence. Back for Powell. And now Zardes leaving it for a teammate down the left wing. Here comes Tim Weah. Weah cross, and Zardes can't get a touch. My goodness. That could have and probably should have been goal number 3 for the U.S. So close again, they were to scoring. Yes, Steve, the second game of this window will be on Sunday. Yep, at Panama. Yep, that is correct. I'm not sure if I'll be able to call that game because I believe it's just on streaming. I think the Spanish channel they're showing it on is Universo, which I don't think I have. So that could be an issue, but we'll see. A reminder that the U.S. will wrap up this window of qualifying Wednesday when they take on Costa Rica. That will be a 7 p.m. Eastern time start. An update in the other CONCACAF World Cup qualifier going on. It's 0-0 between Honduras and Costa Rica in the 55th minute. That game started about 25 minutes after this one. I'm pretty sure it's a 6 p.m. start Eastern time, which is the time zone you're in as well. Yeah, so 6 p.m. Start. Steve, yep. Oh, that's a nice turn by East. Walker Zimmerman tightly defending him. And the U.S. have possession again. Yeah, I know, Vaughn. What are we, 13 months away from the World Cup? In a normal cycle, we'd be less than that if it was in the summer like it usually is. Shaq Moore not quite going to get there. Goal kick on the way with 10 minutes remaining. Kamar Lawrence. Now Zimmerman settles. Back it comes to Matt Turner. The ratings are going to be low for the World Cup next year. Oh, you mean the TV ratings here in the U.S.? Because it's going to be going on during the NFL season? I mean, yeah, they'll be affected for sure, but I don't know how significant. If the U.S. are in, I think the ratings will be pretty strong. Hopefully that will be the case. Yeah, that's correct, Michael. It is on Paramount Plus also on Sunday. The problem is I can't get Paramount Plus on my big screen TV down here in my basement. I can only watch that from my computer. I can only watch Paramount Plus on my computer, um, or my upstairs TV, which is a smart TV. But up there, it's right next to my kitchen, where there's a bunch of noise and a lot of chaos going on, and it just wouldn't work out. Uh, so that's the problem there. Yeah, I pretty much need games to be on cable to be able to commentate them, but we'll see. Maybe I can make something work on Sunday as Paul Arriola has it. McKennie now to Arriola again. Had it taken away at the edge of the box. And now here's Anthony Robinson. Dangerous cross, which may have turned into a shot. Getting a hand to it was Andre Blake. Corner kick coming. The U.S. just finding a whole bunch of different ways to test Andre Blake here in the second half. It's a bad idea to have the World Cup in November. Yeah, I agree. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Acosta coming in for Adams. So Tyler Adams, the captain tonight, makes way. Yeah, World Cup in November is just that's going to be tough because I'm going to be in college and there's going to be games while I have classes, and it's just way better when the World Cup's in the summer because that's when I actually have some free time. I'm able to, actually invest in the games, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll try to watch as many games as possible, but it's definitely going to be tough at that time of year. Here we go with the ensuing corner kick. Arriola to deliver the outswinger. Here's the header straight to Blake. Zardes got a touch. And now Jamaica looking to counter. And that's a nice intervention by Kellen Acosta. Just came in as a sub. Now Tim Weah. Weah with Shaq Moore with a great touch forward, and that ball crossed the line. Not quite. Absolute chaos inside the Jamaica 6-yard box. Zardes got the slimmest of touches, but my goodness, that caused some danger for Jamaica. Andre Blake able to keep it out. In all fairness to Blake, it was a good recovery by him and actually went off his back heel. Able to react in time. Arriola saves that ball. Now taking it ahead and forward to Zardes on the pass by Hoppy. He went down, nothing called. Sorry, that wasn't Hoppy. What number was that? Hold on. That was De La Torre. I apologize. Yes, I was going to say, I don't think Hoppy came into this game. I misread the number. That was De La Torre, who plays in the Netherlands, by the way. That ball will trickle over the end line. Corner kick awarded to Jamaica. The U.S. clearly disgruntled by that decision. Let's see. Well, they're not going to show it, of course. They're going to show the last chance for Zardes, who got bumped off the ball. Not enough for a penalty, though. The 87th minute now. The Jamaica corner kick on the way. It'll be an outswinging ball in. A glancing header wide by Lowe. Goal kick, 87th minute. The time winding down in this one. Hope all of you tuning in have enjoyed tonight's broadcast. It's been a pleasure as always on this Thursday night. Paul Arriola got a touch. Zardes trying to cut it back. In the way was Adrian Mariappa. It will be yet another corner kick for the U.S. What's up, Carlos? Yeah, great day for us Americans indeed. Yeah, one can't complain about the performance, really. It's been a professional performance from the United States tonight. And they're minutes away from sealing the 3 points. Arriola now with it on the right wing. Yeah, we sure are, Carlos. Pepe's a special talent, isn't he? Arriola looking for a teammate at the back post. That's beyond everyone. And thanks for tuning in, Reda. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yes, Carlos, I 100% agree there. And here's another chance, perhaps. The angle was tight for Tim Weah. The shot went into the side netting. However, I think there might have been a slight deflection. I'll check that. Yes, there was. So how about another corner kick? Yeah, I agree, Steve. I agree. Let's win the next two so we can breathe a bit, indeed, and just gain that confidence that we need after, not the best of starts. So, yeah, hopefully we can win on the road against Panama and then back home against Costa Rica. I don't see why we can't, to be honest. The U.S. goes short. Not enough weight on the pass to McKennie. Stepping up was Miles Robinson. That sails over the end line for a goal kick. '90-minute mark reached, and it will be 3 additional minutes added on to the end of the second half. Who's going to win Canada, Mexico? I've got to say Mexico. I think Canada will put up a good fight. Don't get me wrong, like they did in the Gold Cup meeting between those two. But I say Mexico get the job done. Here's Jamaica with a rare trip to the 18-yard box. Referee says no foul. Great win by Luca Della Torre. And now Arriola will wait for support. Della Torre. Yeah, Jamaica have been underwhelming so far in these World Cup qualifiers. They certainly have. Yeah, it is Pepe's world. We're just his visitors, indeed. That's true. Shaq Moore to Areola. Right idea. Took a deflection. Now settled on the far side by Anthony Robinson. Zardes with the header. Glances wide. Goal kick for Jamaica. Yeah, it should definitely be a tight game, Carlos. I also really hope Mexico loses. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Should be a good game. Should be a good game. That game kicking off in, I think, about 5 minutes. Here comes Jamaica down the left wing. On the ball is Roof. Javon East. Nicholson. That's right, Steve. Yep. U.S. currently atop the standings with 8 points. Of course, we have to wait for the other games to finish tonight. So it might be a short-lived first place standing, but hey, we'll see. Now Lawrence, dangerous ball in behind, and a chance for Jamaica to get on the board, but Nicholson shanked it wide. Best opportunity tonight for the Reggae Boys, and it might be the last chance of the game. Great pass for Nicholson. But that's the type of night it's been for Jamaica. What a miss from Batman, yeah. That is all. The United States victorious tonight. It's back-to-back World Cup qualifying wins after a bit of a sluggish start to this World Cup qualifying campaign. The United States are flying at the moment. 2-0, your final score. Greg Berhalter has to be pleased with the way the U.S. have kicked off this World Cup qualifying window of matches. They're now unbeaten in their last 14 competitive matches, 12 wins, 2 draws in that span, the longest streak in U.S. men's national team history. 8 points now for the U.S. Next up, Panama, as they'll head to Central America before returning home to take on Costa Rica in 6 days' time. Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you very much. Love the celebrations, Carlos. Let's go, USA. Great win in front of a great crowd at Q2 Stadium. Ricardo Pepe with the brace tonight. He scored both goals in the second half to lead the U.S. to victory. The 18-year-old all smiles. He didn't even have to go the full 90. Great victory tonight. No, I won't be covering the other games, Carlos. I'll actually be covering the rest of the Rays Red Sox game, which I believe are in the 4th inning currently. So I'm going to end this stream, and then in a few minutes' time, get another stream started for Rays Red Sox. It's going to be a bit of a late night for me on a school night, but hey, I'm a big Red Sox fan as well. So as you guys know, so I'm going to be covering the rest of that game. But yeah, or if you mean by the other games, the other U.S. games, that might be what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to cover the Panama game on Sunday, Carlos, but I'm hoping I can do the Costa Rica game. Yeah, so that's that. Sounds good, Carlos. I'll see you next time, man. Thanks, everyone who's been a part of the broadcast. The final score for the final time, the United States 2, Jamaica 0. The U.S. top of the table as of now with 8 points. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes where I'll be on the call for the rest of Red Sox Rays. See you in a moment.